Hello everyone, and welcome to
Please
probably
character disc from any of the first 3 Quest for Glory games into the disc drive, so that your hero can make the journey to Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness.
So this is probably the best Quest for Glory game. Dang it, I wanted to adjust the volume.
Your character has been successfully imported. Welcome to Shadows of Darkness.
Character has been imported as a paladin. Only if this is incorrect, indicate your profession below, otherwise select continue. So, Quest for Glory 4 here has certain, and Quest for Glory 3 had this too, but it has certain stat limits. So any of my stats that were over that stat limit just got nerfed hardcore. Unfortunately. That's alright. Actually, I don't need to increase my magic anyway. Let's just put this all into climbing. Why am I putting it all into climbing? Because, honestly, A, I want to get all my stats as high as I can on this regard, in that regard. And 2, the other thing about that is, I'm going to be using magic a lot in this game. Funny enough, I've only ever... Despite only having beaten Quest for Glory 3 as a mage, I've only ever beaten this one as a paladin. But even so, the battle system is set up that you're mostly using magic if you have magic. So, you know, it's good. Actually, I don't have my manual for Quest for Glory 4. I don't know where I can find my manual. I haven't seen my Quest for Glory 4 manual in a very long time. So I'm going to need to avoid Dr. Cranium's lab until I can find that. I'll have to do that in between. I think GOG has it. Speaking of GOG, GOG.com. That's where I download these the Quest for Glory games from. Hashtag not sponsored, but I just kind of realized that, yeah, GOG, that's where I got the Quest for Glory games from, so check them out. There's a lot of good GOG games out. A lot of good games on GOG. GOG.com. Time for that sweet, sweet voice of John Rice Davies.
Nightmares of flying and falling. You find yourself in this strange place. The only illumination, an eerie green glow. You've lost your weapons and the contents of your backpack somewhere during the journey. All you have are the clothes and armor on your back. This leaves you with 4 burning questions. Where are you? How did you get here? Who brought you here? And how in blazes can you get out of here? No, make that 5 burning questions. What city did your luggage end up in this time?
I absolutely love John Rice Davies' voice in this. John Rice Davies said that it was probably one of the hardest things that he ever did, though, because there's so much dialogue. Like, literally every single part of this game. You know, every look. Well, not that one, apparently.
You are in a large cave.
This one.
Dimly lit by glowing lichen on the walls. Strange, irregular outcroppings of stone grow from the ground, looking like the skeleton of some enormous beast. Here and there, petrified human bodies seem to grow half in, half out of the floor and walls.
So yeah.
This is some kind of altar to the Dark One. The top is covered with sand. Torch holders flank the altar to provide light for nameless rites. and unspeakable rituals. It looks like a torch, but there doesn't appear to be any pitch or other flammable material on it. You search the desiccated body. The only still usable item is a dagger which you pick up. However, lying around the bones are some coins. 5 golden coins, each have a crown stamped on them. And 13 small copper coins, each stamped 1 kopeck.
Yay!
That didn't do anything. You find nothing else. That didn't.
Oh, is this one up here?
Brief search reveals a piece of hard grey rock which you take, and some coins, 3 crowns and 13 kopecks.
There it is, okay.
Find 30 assorted copper and gold coins on the bottom.
I knew that there was a spot where you could click something twice and you search 2 different things, so... Flint. It weighs 2 quarks. You have a small gray piece of flint, which is like the one described in your famous adventure survival course manual in the fire starting section. You vaguely remember something about using flint and steel together. Plate mail armor weighs 22,100 quarks. Plate mail armor consists of sections of metal plates wielded to flexible chain links for superior protection. You wear leather padding underneath the armor. Dagger weighs 90 quarks. Flat-handled dagger suitable for both close-in fighting and throwing. Simple money pouch contains all the money you have with you. 14 crowns, 51 kopecks. Total weight, 65 quarks.
You strike sparks off the flint using your dagger. Torch soon begins to burn, almost as if by magic. You strike spark. You take the torch. You put the torch back.
Oops.
You take the torch.
Didn't mean to do that. So yeah. This is the 4th Quest for Glory game, and it is very dark.
Force the sphincter open with your dagger. Pass through.
This is a much darker game than the rest of the
Made
series.
into a large chamber. Stone valves, like the one you just passed through, apparently block 3 other passageways. There is a huge stone altar in the center of the room, and an exit to the south.
And pick up sword and shield.
Gratefully retrieve the shield and battered sword from the dead warrior. You hope that they will serve you better than they did their last owner.
So, this is the interesting part.
You're in the heart of the cave. Stone valves close off passageways leading in all directions. In the center of the chamber is a bleak stone altar covered with dark stains.
If you play as a thief, there are thief signs all throughout the game, and some of them are right here. But that's only if you're playing a thief. So... oh boy.
As you approach the exit, you are confronted by 2 flying creatures. They have bat wings and spider-like bodies.
Ah! I've never been good at fighting these bats. Supposedly something that you can do with clicking up in this area that lets you attack them directly, but I don't remember.
In a bitter battle, you are better than the batters. You kick some butt, too.
Kick some butt, too.
Something deadly lies in wait nearby.
Oh, speaking of which, what abilities do I have? Paladin ability to heal. So, I don't know if I have the honor shield or not. Whoops, I meant to do test the rope.
You
Oh,
are
well.
so exhausted. You just barely made it across the pit.
Oh wow, I still have no stamina. That or I used up all my stamina in the battle, one of the two. Also, the speed isn't quite nearly as high in this game, it seems like.
Just in time to avoid being crushed by its closing jaws. As the cave mouth closes behind you, you feel a strange warning tingle. There is danger here, although its source is not immediately clear.
I mean, I think everything is dangerous here. This doesn't look pleasant.
You are alive! Only one person has ever walked away from there before. Who are you? How did you get here? Oh, there are so many questions I want to ask you. But I have to get home quickly. It is so dangerous out at night in Mordavia. The town is due north of here. Be careful. There are many bad things wandering around. Good luck. Oh, by the way, my name is Katrina. I hope we meet again sometime. Farewell.
Katrina.
The cave mouth looks like the jaws of some horrid creature, waiting to chew up and swallow anyone who should be so foolish as to try to enter the cave. Rocks have formed an island within the goo. The icky, greasy, grimy goo flows close beneath your path at this point. This symbol is a stylized representation of a crossed pair of bones. This is the symbol of blood in the form of a huge carved droplet. This symbol looks like a mouth with pursed lips. The cloud symbol is a traditional representation of breath. And of course, a dark cloud symbol is a representation of bad breath. This strange symbol is the traditional magic representation of the senses. This looks like a throbbing heart. This symbol is really abstract. You may have seen it once before, described in an ancient book as the sign of essence, or one's inner nature. This symbol looks like a six-armed starfish, or perhaps like the tentacles of an octopus. You sense a feeling of strange, chaotic power from it.
Well, I mean, it's sticking out a little.
The six-pointed symbol seems to pulse with energy and comes loose in your hand when you touch it. You have the feeling that you may need this sign, so you carefully store it in your pack.
Hey, Dark One sign weighs 2 quirks. Something about this bronze symbol makes your skin crawl. It looks vaguely like a stylized octopus with only 6 tentacles. Sword weighs 420 quirks. Sword is rather battered and worn. Can't get it to hold a proper temper. Still, it's better than fighting barehanded or even with a dagger. Magical torch. You light and extinguish this torch in the usual way, but it's obviously magical since it never seems to burn down.
This tall standing stone has been carved so that the top looks like a squid is perched upon it. It doesn't look particularly stable. The upper ledge looks somewhat less slippery than the other part. The upper ledge looks...
Whoops.
A delicately crafted bonsai bush looks totally out of place in a pool of dark, unhealthy-looking goo. A narrow stream of viscous, gooey, grimy sludge oozes its way down the hillside. Twisted, sick-looking tree holds tenuously to the central island.
What if I cast... Trigger spell.
The earth shakes as the standing stone rocks on its base, then falls over to form a bridge up to the upper ledge.
You obviously don't have to do that. You can go down this way. I just like doing it that way.
Your danger sense tingles You sense deadly danger from the swamp. It might have something to do with the grasping, disembodied arms.
Right?
It doesn't. You can see the desolate, distorted landscape and sodden, sullen swamp swallowed by the engulfing murkiness.
Word choices in this.
You see a floating, coruscating ball of light.
Oh, hey, cool.
It doesn't.
The poison wore off. Good.
You grab a handful of rock.
Grab a couple handfuls of rocks. Probably also use the Force Bolt spell, but whatever. Actually, can I just use the Force Bolt spell?
That loosened up the rock pile somewhat. You didn't hit it with enough force to completely clear the pile.
Yeah, I can.
You are so exhausted.
Boom! There we go.
You blast the rock pile with a force bolt.
Although the way that you clear that actually changes where the tree ends up.
You can't reach the bonsai from here, and the ledge is too slippery for you to climb on it. Perhaps you can try something else.
Using the Force Bolt there is like, oh, the game registers, oh, you have magic. So, if you have magic, then you must have foot spell.
Your magical lasso circles the bonsai bush and gently draws it out of the grimy goo. Carefully clean the plant, then put it away.
Bonsai bush. And welcome to Mordavia. It's not the brightest land in the series. Not the nicest either. Oh. Oh no! It's a rabbit! Here's where I wanted to be.
You have come to a beautiful garden deep within the forest. A stream flows gently in a loop around the central island. Feelings of peace and harmony permeate the area.
So yes, that rabbit is actually very deadly, and I have no stamina, otherwise I'd fight it.
It's an ornate oriental lantern. The bridge connects the pathway to the central island. You have come to a beautiful garden deep within the forest. A stream flows gently in a loop around the central island. Feelings of peace and harmony permeate the area. The fruit tree is laden with luscious-looking fruits of many kinds. It must be one of the rare mixed fruit trees. Someone has dug a large hole there, perhaps removing a bush or a small tree. You have come to a beautiful garden deep within the forest. A stream flows gently in a loop around the central island. Feelings of peace and harmony permeate the area.
It's funny how the water goes down here, but then it goes around. How does that work? How does the water go up and then around?
A waterfall tinkles gently down the rocky slope. Lovely flowers bloom throughout the garden.
Oops.
You plant the bonsai in the hole and scrape some of the rich soil around it. In moments, the bush begins to grow and blossom before your eyes.
Bonsai bush.
The bonsai bush is thriving in the rich soil.
Alright, let's take a quick rest.
After some rest,
And a little more rest.
you don't have any rations.
There's food soon. Yeah, that's true. I don't have any rations. I'll get my hands on some food soon. Don't worry.
The majestic mountains in the background provide a beautiful contrast to the grim gravestones and crypts of the cemetery. An inscription on the door says, House of Lygia Poe. May she rest forever. This gravestone is marked, no effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains. Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave. The inscription on this headstone reads, Michael Med bumped his head in another man's bed. Now he's dead. Rest in peace.
I love the gravestones in this game.
This headstone reads, On a dare, Pasha Sperry spent the night in the cemetery. Something gave him such a fright that now he sleeps here every night.
Oops.
Here lies the spirit of Barney Blue. To his lover was untrue. So she knew just what to do. Fixed herself some Barney stew.
R.I.P.
Here lies the body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Now there's cause for lamentation. It was a fatal recreation.
Yeah, you can see that John Rhys Davies had a lot to read.
Arkin Tenor walked at night. Arkin saw his final sight. Now the question seems to be, what in the world did Tenor see? A heavy stone door seals off the Borgov family crypt. A relief carving on the door shows the crest of the House of Borgov.
Borgov.
2 spare coffins await their customers here. Apparently Igor has finally managed to get ahead of business.
Hey, we haven't even met Igor yet.
2 spare coffins. A fresh grave has recently been opened here.
Apparently they're expecting somebody to pass away soon. What if I open this?
Great Scott, that rotting corpse sure gave you a fright. Fortunately, it was just a dead body, not some sort of horrible undead creature. Those only come out at night.
That's a clue? To come back here during the night? Let's see.
An old stump by the side of the road makes a convenient resting place for passers-by. You find 5 crowns that someone hid in the hollow stump. They're covered with mold and dirt, and have obviously been long since forgotten.
Oh, nice.
Some beautiful giant pumpkins are growing in the field.
I just wanted to sit down.
Tall shocks of corn have been harvested and wait here to be stored for the winter.
Oh, yeah? Mind if I take
Take out
some?
the corn and put it away in your pack.
Mind if I take
The villagers
some?
have erected a scarecrow to keep birds away from the newly harvested corn.
Very nice.
One of the tall trees of the forest frames the town gate like a natural archway. The walls of the town rise majestically above you. Twin towers stand over the town wall, massive silent sentinels over the gate.
Oops.
The town gates, made of massive oak logs, are currently wide open. There is a heavy oaken bar to secure them at night.
So yeah, this is definitely my favorite of the Quest for Glory games.
The curved staff has a very organic look to it. Its curves seem somehow feminine. You can feel a sense of magical power radiating all around it.
Oh yeah? What if I cast Detect Magic?
You sense magic radiating from the staff and protecting this area.
Cool.
Beautiful, out-of-season flowers grow all around the stone monument. Green grass surrounds the monument, heedless of the many feet which trample it daily. A familiar sense of peace and harmony fills you as you look around here. The smell of sweet flowers reminds you of Irana's peace in Spielberg. Your eyes are drawn to the staff in the middle of this lovely area. It is obviously a wizard's magical staff.
Indeed. Alright, well I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off here. I do hope you guys have enjoyed so far. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. Feel free to check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. So you can get caught up on any, watch any of the other episodes if you're watching in the future. Because this is the first episode, so you can't catch up on episodes you've missed. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. See you later.